Hey friends, I'm Taryn, the remote yogi, and today I'm really randomly recording this class for full moon. It's the full moon right now, and I'm about to get in a bath and relax and release and do some work on myself. And I thought I might as well get on here and share my practice. So I don't really have an agenda for today's class. I'm just gonna flow in whatever way feels really good for me to release. This is probably gonna be like a yin yang style. So there'll be some release movement and then holding release move practices. A lot of hip work I really enjoy on the full moon. So grab your mat and enjoy this quick practice with me. I have no idea where we're going with it. Okay, so before we can start this class, we really just want to tune in, release all of the outside world. And while we can do that with breath and coming in with the breath, I find that I really have too much energy on a full moon and I want to shake and I want to dance and I want to jump up and down. So I'm going to encourage you to do that now, just releasing through shaking things out. So I'm just going to start fully shaking out the body. It might mess with my mic. I apologize, but just I want you to join me and just shaking things out. Maybe just jumping up and down, throwing the arms, throwing the body around. Maybe shaking out the breath. Okay, I'm just, I like the weirder, the crazier, the more you move, let it all go. Okay, great. You can keep doing that if you'd like. I like to kind of stand with my feet like slightly wider than hip distance and just throw my arms. I'm just gonna start to really release the spine and release the arms, and you might even like slightly hit yourself as you do this. All good. Just release, release, release. And slow it down. Slow it down. Get slower and slower. Okay, now bringing the awareness into the breath. Maybe bring the hands onto the heart because you can feel your heart is racing. It is alive with all that shaking, all that moving. Tune in and feel it and experience all that noise in your chest. Maybe start to slow down the breath, breathing in through the nose and maybe heavy sigh through the mouth. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. Bring the feet a little bit closer in so they're either hip distance or just slightly wider than hips if that's what feels good. And we're just gonna do some like heavy releasing, dropping energy. So bringing the hands up on an inhale, all the hands are up. And then on the exhale, I want you to fold, but you're gonna bend the knees really generously. So it's not really a hamstring stretch. It's more of like a falling down. There's no other way to describe it. It's a fluch. So from the top on the big inhale and on the exhale, fold and drop. And I want you to sigh and really be loud and dramatic and release. And then come back up on the inhale, bring the hands high. Exhale, drop it. Bring it up. Last one. And just hang and bounce and drop and take some heavy exhales. Maybe sway around a little bit. Just releasing here. So the full moon is a really great time to let go of things that are no longer serving us, to fully release, to surrender. So I really like to take this time to think about the energies I'm carrying that I don't want to carry, the stories, the limiting beliefs, any of that stuff that I'm just feeling like it's about time for it to go. So just allowing yourself to maybe focus on some kind of energy or some kind of repeating story or maybe some kind of overthinking thoughts that you're just ready to let go of. Just bounce here. And just start to kind of release that energy out. Yeah, it's a weird practice today. This is kind of what I do by myself, is really weird stuff. Then I bring my hands onto the earth. Walk the hands out a little bit as I bring my knees down. We make this really beautiful tabletop space. Hands are directly under the knees. Hands are directly under the shoulders. Knees are directly under the hips. And I just might take my hips side to side. One of the ways I like to release emotion is through deep hip openers. So we'll be doing a bit of hip opening today. So I'm just kind of waving these hips side to side. Okay, beautiful. Walking the hands forward for a moment. Just take a second to really arch the tailbone up, lift the chest. I know it's a little weird with the arms out in front. That's okay. Rounding through the spine, release the head down. And gently start to push the tailbone back even further. Bring the forehead down to the mat as we surrender into this puppy pose. So in this puppy pose, you've got the tailbone still lifted up towards the air. Arms are rested on the mat and you've got your forehead rested into the mat. Might be a really nice opportunity to roll the head back and forth, get a little forehead massage. Or maybe I'm the only one who likes that. I might be weird, I don't know. And from here, just a gentle lift forward, just lifting enough to take your right arm. I'm going to slide it underneath the left arm and bring the forehead or the side of the head back down to the mat. Little twist. So this is a gentle inversion, right? We've got the head lower than the hips. And it's just a nice energy for releasing. I also really like twists. They help me to visualize, squeezing out any of the thoughts, the feelings, the energies I'm trying to let go of. And gently we'll lift as we take it to the other side. Left arm's going to reach underneath the right as I rub on my microphone. Beautiful. And surrender back down. Using the breath. So I like to have a heavy exhale in my full moon practices. Use the heavy exhale as a surrendering practice throughout the entire class. And bringing it back to center, just gently walking the hands back in place. Maybe rolling through the pelvis a few times, gentle rolls. Switching directions. I don't know why I like to roll around so much as well. I like anything that's funky, guys. This is not a natural, normal yoga class. Big toes come together, knees as wide as the mat, and we're just going to surrender fully into this child's pose, which is a deep surrender. We're bowing to ourselves, to our practice, to the earth, whatever it is that you believe in. Just reaching the arms all the way out in front. Forehead again comes down to the mat, or you can place a little pillow underneath your forehead. And just taking this opportunity to release the belly between the thighs. Letting the belly fully drop. So on the inhale, the belly expands like a giant balloon. And on the exhale, pulling the belly button up into the spine. Just allowing yourself to sink in. You might find that your body is feeling a bit funky. Your energy might be a little bit off, depending. Totally normal. Maybe a heavy sigh. Letting it all out. Awesome. All right. Gently, gently, gently making your way up The hands are going to stay right where they're at, or maybe a little bit wider than shoulders. Start to bring your weight into the hands, tuck the toes directly behind the hips, and lift off to a gentle downward facing dog. Again, nice inversion with the head dropped like this. Ooh, nice crackling in my body. And you just might start to walk it out, or maybe lean it side to side, or maybe do all of that at the same time. One of my favorite ways to really enjoy a nice down dog movement is taking one foot and stepping it across the other. So I might take my right foot, step it over the left, and then my left and step it over to the right side of the mat, and vice versa, just back and forth, really kind of sensually, sassy energy maybe as you just release the upper body down. Back to center here, and I'm just gonna shake it out. So I'm gonna lift and lower my heels really fast. Start to kind of shake off. It might even be like a tiny jump, and I'm literally just like shaking my ass, guys. That is what I'm doing, but it feels so good. I can feel the inner thighs jiggling. I can feel the upper body jiggling, and I'm just releasing heavy sighs out through my mouth. Shake it out, shake it out. All right, my friends, one more big breath here, shaking it out. You find some slowness, some stillness, taking the right foot, stepping it all the way up in between the hands. We're going to drop onto this back leg. Back knee is going to come down to the earth. Taking both hands onto the inside of this right foot and just wiggle that bad boy out to the edge of the mat. We're in this nice lizard pose. Yes, this is where we get into a little bit of the yin. Just holding these poses here. So depending on your practice and what feels right for you today, you might stay here. This might feel really yummy and good. You might decide to lower onto blocks or your elbows onto the mat, one elbow, both elbows. You might decide to open with a little twist. Like I said, I really like twisting energy when I'm trying to release emotions, release energy. I've got the hip opener and a twist, double whammy. You can also reach back for that back foot if you just want to like go for it. There's no judgment here. There's no right or wrong. Purely giving you options for what feels perfect for your body right now. All right. Feeling good. And taking another couple breaths here. And depending on what variation you are in, just start to make your way out of the pose, back onto the hands. At some point, gradually bringing that foot back in between the hands. Tuck the back toes, lift up to the top of a plank. Gently lower onto the mat, elbows squeezing by the sides here as we lower. Gently lifting. Oop, my hair is everywhere. Told you I wasn't planning on filming, lifting up for a nice little cobra pose. Maybe twist a little side to side. Oh my goodness, I could do this all day. This feels so good. Maybe do it one more time. Each side. Okay, gorgeous. And lowering back down. Gentle downward facing dog. And doing any movement here that feels good, or just focus on stillness with some heavy exhales through the mouth. Surrender, let go, surrender, let go. One more breath here. And we'll take the left foot. We're going to go into that same lizard pose on the other side. Left foot stepping up in between the hands, lowering onto the right knee. And we're just going to wiggle this left foot out to the edge of the mat. So we've got all this beautiful space here as both hands come onto the inside of that foot. And again, you can stay here, open the chest forward, breathe, and enjoy this open pose. You can drop to elbows, you can drop to blocks. You can take any of those beautiful twists I was talking about earlier. Grab the foot. Y'all, it is your practice It is your beautiful session, so you do what feels beautiful in this moment. I just keep looking over at my bathtub, so excited for a bathing ritual cleansing. Oh, so excited. And maybe like a meditation later. If you're a tribe member, if you're a part of my remote yogi tribe, there's some awesome letting go meditations, like my wave cleansing meditation or the rain meditations. Those are really great for clearing energy. When you're ready, we're just gonna slowly come back up to the top here. Wiggle that foot in. Ooh, step that foot back. So we come back to tabletop and just gently lowering yourself down. And then as gently as possible, we're gonna flip ourselves over so we're on our backs. Really gentle, easy. I don't know about you guys, but I cannot lay on a ponytail. I gotta take that out. All right, just fully releasing. Oh my God. Just lying with your back on the floor is enough surrender for me sometimes. I'm like, oh, this is so beautiful and heavenly. Just taking the feet up towards the ceiling, a nice bend in the knees if you need. And just allow yourself here to relax. Gotta move my recording phone out of the way here. As my legs just kind of maybe wave side to side, which feels so good because you get this like lower back massage. You can even like gently take them around in a circle. Oh my gosh, it's been a while since I've had a massage. This feels way too good. All right. And just bring both knees into the chest, give them a little hug, maybe rock side to side. Maybe lift up and kiss your knees like you love yourself. Back down. Zombie, relax, fully rest into the floor. A great way to do this is to let the arms come down by your side, palms up, just letting the shoulder blades drop back. You can also place the hands on the belly. That might feel more comfortable for you. Trying to lengthen the back of the neck instead of lifting the chin up towards the ceiling, maybe slightly tucking the chin so there's this nice long spine. And just releasing control. Releasing the hold you have on the body, the control you have of the breath. Scanning to see what part of the body still hasn't let go. As you feel the floor beneath you, reminding yourself that you are fully supported in this moment. You are fully supported by this mat, by this ground beneath you. Let go a little more. Release. Let go. And just maybe offer up whatever it is you're trying to release. Offer it up to whatever you believe in. The universe. Here it is. Take it away. God, higher self, spirit guides, consciousness, whatever neuroscience, or like just whatever you believe in. Release this junk I don't need in my life anymore. Release the self-doubt, release the fear. Dear universe, just take it all away. I surrender it to you. And as you're fully surrendered in this moment, stay here for as long as you'd like. There's no rush. Mother Full Moon holds you in your rest. You can stay here as long as you'd like. Whenever you're ready, you can also just roll over to fetal position. You can even stay there for a while. Hold yourself in this beautiful, nurturing position. Again, staying there as long as you'd like. Thank you so much for joining me. For those who are new, I'm Taryn with The Remote Yogi. I hope you enjoyed this class. Stick around for more. Let me know what you'd love to see next. And if you haven't already, make sure to check out my Remote Yogi tribe. There are hundreds of classes in there, along with meditations and powerful coaching trainings around how to step into your higher self. It's really powerful stuff. Thank you so much for being here. Happy full moon. Namaste.